This week on Competition Ready, Mike and I are in Chicago, Illinois to lend a hand to custom car builder Tim O'Connell, whose sporty Ford Coupe is getting set up at the world-famous Chicago World of Wheels show. This is the home of the Legend Cup, and Tim's got high hopes of driving this beautiful Ford into the winner's circle. But before this ride is seen by the judges, Mike and the guys need to bring out that $1 million shine. When the world's top builders need a show-stopping finish, they call Bob McKee and his team of expert detailers to prepare their custom creations for some of the most prestigious automotive events in the industry. Join me and detail pro Mike Phillips as we team up with the country's best surface technicians to polish these incredible cars to perfection at that critical final moment before the doors open and the crowds begin to arrive. From the shop to the show, we're there to make these rides just competition ready. We are right in the thick of it, with only a few hours left before this car has to be done. This is a legendary amount of work for a builder looking to become a legend. Issue is, we're on the event floor and this car has got to look like a winner in record time. But Bob has faith in us. He knew we could get the job done once he got the call from Tim.
Hello, this is Bob.
Hi, Bob. Tim O'Connell here.
Hey, Tim, how you been?
Not too bad. I have a car we're just completing. We're going to compete for the Legend Cup Award, and we're hoping to have your team's expertise do the final polish and detail for us.
Well, that sounds like a plan. Can you tell me just a little bit about the car?
Well, it's a 1940 Ford Opera Coupe street rod, fully detailed undercarriage. The paint is a custom mixed blend of DuPont hot hues raspberry with Spies-Hecker tints. We now call it hot raspberry, shot over a black base.
This is a custom mixed paint. It's very hard to match. The paint itself was probably, I believe, about $1,300 a gallon, and we wouldn't trust this car to anybody else.
Hey, Tim, anything unusual or unique I need to know about this vehicle?
We have a full leather interior with a custom dash, a lot of chrome on the engine. It has 8-stack fuel injection.
Where would you be thinking of us doing the work at?
Probably on the show floor in Chicago, the day before the Legend Cup event starts. We'll have about 6 or 7 hours.
Well, 6 or 7 hours is going to be a little bit of a challenge there, Tim, but I think you're in good hands, and we can get that job done for you.
Sounds great. Well, that's why I was calling you.
All right, Timmy, take care now.
You too.
Bye-bye. As soon as Tim sends over the pictures, I'm going to get with Mike and the boys, and we'll tackle this project.
Located a little over an hour southwest of Chicago in Plainfield, Illinois, Tim O'Connell has been creating a small custom car empire since 1999. Welcome to O'Connell Specialties.
As far as the indoor auto shows themselves go, I've been doing them for a number of years with my father. We've won a number of awards. I've been grateful for that. We've also won awards at some of the outdoor shows as well, at Good Guys and NSRA events. In 2004, I was fortunate enough to be the first to receive the Riddler Builder Award on a 37 Willys. We have the Legend Cup Award in Chicago, which is held every year now. Very prestigious award, and we'll be bringing up the 1940 Ford Opera Coupe.
And as a former Legend Cup judge himself, Tim knows how the detailing of a car can make a world of difference when informing the judges' decisions.
They're looking in every little nook and cranny and picking out every little nick or chip, any scratch. We've had instances where even using polishing cloths, you can pick up a little piece of dirt unknowingly and wipe the car, and the next thing you know, you just put scratches all over a very expensive paint job. With that in mind, we wanted to make sure we had the best in the business doing this car.
Hey, guys, how are things going?
Pretty good.
Hey, listen, we have another builder in trouble. Why don't you come to the motor coach?
Wonder what it could be this time.
I got a call from a good friend of mine, Tim O'Connell, up in the Chicago area, and he has a 1940 Ford Opera Coupe. Take a look at some of these pictures. That's the car itself. This is a little unique because it's a hot raspberry over a black base.
It gives it a real deep, dark look, almost kind of like a candied look.
Yeah.
This thing's smoking hot. It looks amazing. And the expectations for our work is exceedingly high. See all the curved, the raised radius parts here?
Gloss points.
Yeah, these are gloss points. So when this thing's on display, wherever the light hits it, we really want to max out the gloss in these areas so when people look at it, they're just blinded by the shine.
Well, I'm looking at this grille. It's got the vertical slots. That's going to require a lot of work.
This engine, that's very intricate there.
It looks like jewelry almost.
Yeah, it does. It's beautiful.
The lighting is going to be critical. It's going to show every flaw.
Those lights can work for us or against us.
Absolutely.
We want them working
Definitely.
for us. Gotta make it perfect.
Fingers are crossed. This car looks as good as it does in the pictures.
Next step, Mike and the guys get the van loaded and ready for the trip north to Chicago. Working the floor of an event while it's being set up is less than ideal. So once the team arrives, we've got no time to spare.
Hello, Bob McKee here. And I know there's a lot of good car waxes to choose from, and we all have our favorites. Have you ever just finished waxing your car, and while it looked better, it just didn't have that deep gloss look? In my 3 decades in the car care business, I found a solution. It's McKee's 37, a collection of car care products for the novice to the professional. If you're looking for that show car shine, pick up some McKee's 37. It's so good, I put my name on it.
We made it to the Stevens Convention Center in Chicago. Now, it's time to get a lay of the land.
Oh, it's nice and warm in here.
And spacious. Can't wait to see this place full of cars.
I know.
And right on cue, the 40 Ford makes its way into the building and is almost ready to unload. Tim's getting the car into position. Soon we're going to be able to see what we're working with. Man, that car is beautiful. The 1940 Ford Coupe is one of the most iconic body styles in the hot rod community. Designed by Eugene Gregory, the smooth, rounded panels give the car a timeless appeal. For rodders, the 40 Ford was the perfect starting point to create something spectacular. From chop tops to massive engine upgrades to outrageous paint schemes, this car has stood the test of time and remains one of the most recognizable rides in the industry.
We basically started out with a very clean, rust-free body. We then purchased a brand new TCI chassis, all polished stainless front and rear suspension. Purchased a Ford Z427 crate engine, added the H-stack and Gleass fuel injection on top of it. Car goes down the road great, handles well, performs well, and it is a driver. We did build it for a driver.
Hey, Tim.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing, bud?
So, what do you think?
I think she looks drop dead gorgeous.
Stunning.
When I saw that 40 Ford Coupe, just an amazing car. And expectations are high for the quality of work we need to put out to really put this thing over the top. Let's take a closer look at it. You know,
Sure,
we got to
you
get this
bet.
thing ready for the show.
Yeah, it still has all the same stock trim on there that was on the car from 1940. We just repolished it up.
This paint job is amazing, and it looks like it has so much depth to it. When was it painted?
We completed the car almost a year ago now, so the paint's about a year old.
How many coats of clear was put on it?
I believe there is 7 coats total.
Okay. Let's pop the hood and take a look at the engine.
Sure, that's the whole heart of the beast.
Wow, look at that. I see a dust buildup, almost like a grime buildup, like the fins on the valve cover and just over the whole thing. It definitely could use a good polishing for the show.
I agree. We've driven the car quite a bit, doing a lot of test and tuning with the car, so it definitely needs some detailing under the hood as well.
I love the fact that you drive this car because it's obviously a show car, but you drive it too, so it's definitely not a trailer queen.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a full custom leather interior, German square weave carpet, painted dash to match the outside of the car.
Looks good.
And I noticed on the door panel alone, there's 3 different types of material.
Correct. We have the carpet on the bottom of the door panel, which helps eliminating any scuffs with your feet getting in and out of the car.
Yeah.
Then the leather door panel itself, and the top of the door, stock they would do this. It's the mohair style covering,
Sure.
which is the same in the headliner as well.
Well, I got a little trick for a mohair. You didn't bring a lint roller, did you?
I actually do have one in my bag. It's a little mini one, though.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Some of the challenges Mike and his team will probably face in detailing this car is underneath the car, the bottom side, getting in those nooks and crannies. The grille itself will also need to be cleaned and getting in between all the bars, the aluminum wheels, the stainless steel exhaust.
This looks like it's going to be a lot of work. Mike, what do you think?
We're gonna need every guy working on it, working on it hard and fast.
So, Tim, you trust us?
Oh, you bet. I know you're the best in the business. Absolutely. It's a little stressful that they're going to be detailing the car on the show floor on setup day, but I have complete confidence that they'll get the job done.
This is going to be a tough one. We're trying to create a Legend Cup shine in just a matter of hours. But not to worry, with this team, I'm sure the judges will be floored.
Mike and I are at the World of Wheels event in Chicago, Illinois, home to the Legend Cup. In just a matter of hours, we've got to get this gorgeous 1940 Ford Opera Coupe ready to be viewed by the show judges.
The team's arriving right now, which is perfect timing because we have a lot of work ahead of us.
First of all, thank you guys for being here today and lending a hand getting this car ready for the show. We have a lot to do. We have a short amount of time to do it. So the first thing we're gonna do is we gotta get all the dust off this car. So for that, we're gonna use a waterless wash.
And just so you know, we only have a few hours to get this car done before the convention center doors close for the day. So this car has to look perfect before the judges arrive tomorrow morning. But we've got the right team to do it.
So you guys ready to go? Yeah. Let's do it.
Since 1962, the World of Wheels show has been gaining momentum and is now regarded as Chicago's largest auto enthusiast event. Thousands of incredible builders bring their latest creations to the Windy City.
The Legend Cup is becoming a very prominent award within the hot rodding industry. It isn't as old as the Riddler Award, but it's certainly an up-and-coming award that people that come to compete for the Riddler Award in Detroit the week prior want to come here to win the Legend Cup in Chicago.
As the team finishes up with the waterless wash, Mike and I start in on the drip rail.
You need to clean this because it gets a dust buildup inside there. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna spray some of the McKee's 37 waterless wash, and then I'm just gonna take and shove it into the gap there and then just run it all the way down. Look at all the crud it brought out of there.
Not only did Tim keep the drip rails, but he has rubber on the running boards. So
Yeah.
how are we going to tackle that?
Well, because it's rubber, like the tires, we're gonna put a tire dressing on there, but
Okay.
the key is we're gonna wipe it down really good so it doesn't make it slippery, so you would slip
Yeah.
getting in and out of the car, and also will matte the finish, so it has a rich sheen to it, but not a
But
glossy
not
look.
oily or, okay. Well, this car may not be big, but the workload of this car is huge.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Just speaking of work, why don't you go get the drip rail on the other side?
make sure this shine is absolutely perfect, we've got Tim coming back to remove the wheels so we can get to all those hard-to-reach areas underneath.
We finished the initial wipe down, we removed the wheels to detail the undercarriage, and now we're just claying to remove all the contaminants.
All right, Mike, so we've clayed,
Yeah.
cleaned the undercarriage, and now we're on to buffing. What's the process?
This is a real simple three-step process. We're using the McKee's 37 Fast Compound. That's an aggressive compound. That's going to remove the majority of the deep scratches and swirls out of the finish.
Okay.
Follow that with a McKee's Fine Cut Polish. It's going to maximize the gloss and clarity. Then we're going to use a product that's unique to the industry. It's called a jeweling wax.
A jeweling wax.
That's right.
Okay. Is that what I think it's going to do? It's going to make it shine like a jewel?
Exactly. And what's unique about it is it has a wax protection, but it has like an ultra fine cut polish built in, so it'll work out all those really minor defects to create a perfect finish.
You know, Mike, I have to say I'm really liking the sound of jeweling wax.
Well, I'm glad you like it, because it's time for you to get a polisher and get to work.
The setup day here at Chicago World of Wheels is officially coming to a close. The hope is the lights stay on long enough for us to finish. But with this determined team, we'd finish by candlelight if we had to. Not to worry, Tim, you're in good hands.
Whether you're a novice or professional, AutoGeek can cover all your car care needs.
We carry all the brands you know and trust, plus tips and techniques and how-to articles and videos on our friendly discussion forum.
AutoGeek is your car care authority. They helped us in our shop. They can help you in your garage.
For more information, visit autogeek.com.
Mike and the guys are taking this 1940 Ford Coupe to another level.
But we still have quite a ways to go before this thing is ready for the judges. All right, so we've just completed 2 steps of the 3-step process.
Yes.
Now, I have a feeling the third and last step is the jeweling wax.
Well, this is a cool product. What it's gonna do is it's gonna turn it into like glistening gemstones. It's just gonna sparkle.
I like how that sounds.
Yeah, and we're gonna use a dual action polisher, and these are actually the HD models. And what that means is the cord is long and heavy gauge, so you won't ever burn up the motor. And you can plug it in one place and actually work all the way around the car without using an extension cord.
Perfect.
Ready to go?
Ready to go.
Put some wax on there and let's start waxing this car. Beautiful. Wait, what am I doing? Trade ya.
At this stage, we're using the buddy system. One detailer doing the initial pass and a second following up behind. This will save us a lot of time, and right now, the clock is our biggest enemy. All right, we're down to the final hour before the convention doors officially close for the day. Back to work.
How we doing, guys?
Oh, hey, Bob.
Hey, I just flew in. I have to see this project that you're working on.
Well, we're on the final step right now, which is we're wiping off the jeweling wax. And as you could see, it just really made the color pop and added so much more depth to it.
The results just look amazing.
Yeah, it really came out nice. The guys did a great job.
I think it's a winner, no doubt about it. Why don't you get going? Dinner's on me tonight.
Hey, I like that.
In that case, let's hurry up.
Come on, guys, dinner's on Bob.
right, Mike, we done?
I think we're done. You know, it's easy to take a car that looks really bad and make a dramatic difference. It's really hard to take something that looks pretty good to a higher level, and that's what you guys did here today. So how about a little round of applause for yourselves? Good job, guys.
All right, guys, great job. You are officially done. So all you guys got to do is pack up, and remember, Bob's buying dinner.
And as the team sweeps the area, Mike and I finally get to show the transformation to Tim.
All right, Tim, what do you think?
Wow, this just looks fantastic. Phenomenal. Yeah, I don't see a flaw in it anywhere. Looks great. Chrome looks good. Aluminum wheels look great. Should show very well. Can't thank you enough.
Well, she's all yours now.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
It was true honor.
Did a great job. The paint looks phenomenal. It has so much depth and brilliance to it. Can't wait to see it under the show lights.
We're gonna let you soak this in a little bit more, and we're gonna get some much-needed rest.
Well, do that. You deserve it.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you again. Mike's team definitely exceeded our expectations. I was a little nervous, wondering if they were going to get the job done in time, but they just knocked it out of the park. Regardless of what the judges think, this car is definitely a winner.
And now it's time for the official open of Chicago's World of Wheels. With an estimated 100,000 visitors over the next 3 days, Tim's car and our work are finally ready to take the spotlight.
If you've never been to a World of Wheels show, what you'll find is probably about 600 of the top cars around the country that are truly show cars. And a lot of them are very fresh cars that have never been driven before. This is a very tight competition this year. Everybody looks forward to always seeing the Grade 8 cars in Detroit. Now they're talking about the Select 6 in Chicago.
Oh, the whole weekend's been exciting. A lot of fantastic and over-the-top cars here. Great builds, great builders. Just happy to be here with Rich's new car and debut it here in Chicago.
It came out way beyond my expectations, way beyond it. It now became a mirror. So I'm really happy with it. The paint job on this thing is by far better than any car in the show. And they brought that car to life. We thought it was great, then it became magnificent. The end result was a top 20 finish here at the show, which was way beyond my expectations for my first show and for the first show for the car itself.
This was a serious challenge, but Mike and his team of experts have definitely made Tim's 40 Ford Coupe competition ready.